And good evening, everyone. Welcome to the 2017 home opener of the Lady Jacket volleyball team here at Cedarville University. A packed-out Callan Athletic Center. Looking forward to an exciting contest between the Lady Jackets of Cedarville and the Lake Erie College Storm. A GMAC battle, the Great Midwest Athletic Conference. Lady Jackets 3-9, 2-1 in the league. The Storm 10-3, 4-0 in the conference. We look forward to a great, exciting match. We're glad you can join us here on the Great Midwest Digital Network and Stretch Internet. And we're back with you here from the Callan Athletic Center. Jim Clark, glad to call the play-by-play action this season again, and joined by my wife and former head coach of the Lady Jackets volleyball team here at Cedarville, Teresa Clark. And we look forward to this match every year, Teresa. It should be a good one. What can we expect?
Well, you're right. We've had quite the buzz on our campus promoting this match. And the student body has certainly responded, and they are here ready to watch their Yellow Jackets for their very first home match of the season, and we're ready to watch them. We've been hearing about them, watching on live stream from afar, but we want to see them up close personal. A couple things that I've noticed is both teams, both Lake Erie and Cedarville, both only have 2 seniors, so they're pretty young when it comes to that. They have some distinct freshmen that are attributing to their successes on the court. If you look at that purely from an experience on a collegiate level, Lake Erie has a little bit of an edge in that they have 1 junior, 1 sophomore playing setters, and they're playing a 6-2. The Yellow Jackets are playing a 6-2 as well, but both of their setters are freshmen. So we've got 2 freshman setters, and we have a sophomore and a junior. So there's a little bit of an edge there, but not really a whole lot.
The goal here tonight was put out several weeks ago, trying to break the all-time attendance record here for a home volleyball contest. It was set 2 years ago with 1,176 fans, and the first 1,000 fans here tonight will get a free T-shirt that they will wear next Friday night on Whiteout Night. And just to give you an idea of how dominating the Lady Jackets have been here at home, in the last 5 seasons, a record of 53 wins and just 6 losses here on the home floor. That is quite an incredible mark, and we look forward to seeing what happens here tonight between these 2 pretty evenly matched squads as you look at it, as you said earlier.
I think that one thing that Cedarville's going to have to make sure that they are doing tonight is they're going to have to put an effective block on Bethany, number 7, for the Storm. She's their go-to person. She's a senior. She's the one that they're going to have to zoom in on and defend well. And so we'll see if Cedarville has done their homework, and they're ready for that. I'm sure they are. I'm sure that the Lake Erie is also looking at senior middle hitter, and they're looking at Gabby Olson. They're going to be having to put a block on her if they want to be effective tonight.
Gabby Olson, one of 2 seniors, as you mentioned, her and Chrissy Pratt. Gabby, the 2016 GMAC Player of the Year, leading that squad last season to a record of 27-9, advancing to the NCAA Midwest Regional, where they advanced to the semifinals of that. So it should be good. Coach Doug Walters, 10th season at the helm of the program, a record of 206 wins, 139 losses. On the other side, it's Kevin Foman, head coach of Lake Erie. His team and record just his second year with Lake Erie, 29-19. Though one of the 5 new teams in the GMAC this season, coming from the GLIAC, a very solid young and up-and-coming program, has Kevin Foman at the top of that program. We're about ready to go for the pre-match festivities. That will include the national anthem, the introduction, the invocation, and the introduction of the players. So let's join public address announcer Darren Miller for the festivities.
Good evening and welcome to the Callan Athletic Center for tonight's Great Midwest Athletic Conference volleyball match between the Lake Erie College Storm and the Cedarville University Lady Jackets. The Great Midwest Athletic Conference and Cedarville University encourage and promote sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We ask everyone in attendance to abide by the values of good sportsmanship by creating a positive environment in which the athletes may participate, the officials may work, and you, the spectator, may enjoy. The officials for tonight's match are Mr. Joe Erickson and Mr. Tony Hines. Before we meet the teams, we ask everyone please stand for the invocation and remain standing for a special arrangement of our national anthem, which will be performed by the Cedarville University Inversions. Our invocation this evening will be given by tonight's honorary assistant coach, Mr. Brian Burns, Director of Campus Experience at Cedarville.
Father, we want to thank you for tonight. We want to thank you for your son, Jesus Christ. We want to thank you for the abilities that you've given these ladies to play a game that they love. Father, I pray that tonight you would be glorified and honored through everything that is said, done, and even thought in this building. Father, protect the ladies as they play. Give wisdom to the officials and give good sportsmanship to us as fans as we seek to glorify you through sports. Father, we love you and we thank you in your son's name. Amen.
Fletcher. Number 10, Courtney Rosebrook. Number 11, Tashelle Keegan. Number 12, Alexis Thomas. Number 13, Lexi Lombardo. Number 17, Paige Allen. And number 18, Shannon Holsinger. The Storm are coached by Mr. Kevin Tobin. Cedarville University. A 5A
Well, Teresa, if that doesn't get your blood boiling up here as we observe the festivities down below us, this is a exciting atmosphere as just the place is rocking just to have the Lady Jackets and the Storm introduced to the crowd.
And I hope that our freshmen are able to build off of that energy instead of be fearful of it. I watched them as they introduced them, and they all had big smiles on their faces. So I think they're embracing it, and they're ready to go.
As we said earlier, the Lady Jackets come in with a record of 2-1 in the GMAC. They have defeated Ohio Dominican and at Hillsdale before dropping a match, a 5-set contest last Saturday at Findlay. On the other side of the coin, Lake Erie undefeated in the East Division, Cedarville in the West Division. Lake Erie 4-0 in the GMAC thus far.
And like you said, this is a conference match, and so not only is it the first home match, but it's a conference match that you want to make a statement and get this done. I do want to say that, you know, volleyball is a sport that's notorious for having new rules every year. So I checked with Coach Walters and I said, any new rules we need to understand? And he said, no new rules this year, including the no pursuit rule that was implemented last year. So we don't have to worry about new rules this year.
Awesome, just play volleyball. And the Lady Jackets will start out on the left side of your screen monitor, however you're watching. Brooke Blattner, Gabby Olson, and Taylor Wilkerson on the front line. In the back row, it's Chrissie Pratt and freshman Sierra Skydama, she'll be serving to start it off. And freshman Autumn Foust, wearing the white jersey, number 12, is the libero for Cedarville. And this match is about ready to get underway. Skydama on the serve, and here we go. Little tip shot, dug up and kept in play by Wilkerson. Now Blattner just sends it across on the free ball attempt. Here comes the first attempt from the Storm, and it'll be a kill by Bethany Fisher.
And that's exactly what we said at the beginning of this match. You got to look really carefully and making sure that you are blocking Bethany on the Lake Erie side of the court. She is the go-to person.
Number 9, libero, senior for the Storm. Sydney Fletcher on the serve. Kept in play. Middle attack from Wilkerson. Cedarville has their first point.
And that's a statement. That is a solid statement. Give me the ball. That was an excellent move. Perfect pass, set, and kill.
Abby Woodard now on the back line to serve. 92% on the season for the junior. Puts it across the net. Storm have to scramble for it. Kept in play. There's Foust with the pass. And Olsen, for her first attempt of the contest, goes out of bounds on the back line.
And that was actually a smart play by Gabi. It just went a little too far. That whole back line was open, and the defense had moved up on her, trying to be more effective on her normal hit down. She saw it. She went deep, just a little too deep. A little adjustment, and that's going to be effective for Gabby Olson.
Allie Sumac, sophomore setter from Independence, Ohio, now serving for Lake Erie. Here's Pratt on the pass. Skydama again to Olsen and gets the kill.
Good job of mixing it up. The defense was pulled back a little bit. Gabi saw it. Gabi made a short little attempt at that attack, and it was very effective. Point 2.
Now Gabby Olson, 6'4", to the back line to serve. 93% thus far this season. Here's a right side attack, and Woodard cannot keep it in play. Point Lake Erie.
Lake Erie went down line to test the defense on Cedarville's side. Cedarville needs to read that, watch that, and adjust the block accordingly.
Getting our first look on the front lines, a talented freshman Lauren Willow, wearing jersey number 14 out of Arlington, Ohio. Here comes the serve from Lake Erie. Foust on the pass. Skydama outside to Willow. Puts it down, and it's good.
Willow did a great job of getting up. You'll see right here where she was able to sky above the ball and put it down. Well played.
98 kill thus far for Willow. That was a big one. That'll get her hopefully off on the right foot. Here comes the jump serve on the back line by Cedarville. Near side attack, put down, blocked at the net, kept in play by Lake Erie. Woodard to Bray. Nice defensive effort by the Storm, and unable to keep it in play is Sumac. It'll be a point for Cedarville.
And so far, this match has gone back and forth, point.
Lindsey Brae serving again from the back line. Near side attack coming, blocked at the net. And off of Lake Erie, another point for Cedarville.
What a nice job Cedarville did. You see that block was perfectly played. It was together, and they were able to get the point as a result.
Faith Harris, Lauren Willow credit for the block on that last point. Here's the back set by Sumac. Right side attack right at Foust. Can't keep it in play. It'll go back to Lake Erie.
You're seeing exactly what good teams do. They test the defense. They mix it up. They're going to keep attacking until they find the sweet spot.
Lexi Lombardo on the serve. Here comes a right side attack from Chrissy Pratt, and she'll get it off the block, and it finds space on the floor for the kill.
Chrissy goes up and plays it down. She looks like she's going across court. The block has a little bit of they're not closed. They have a gap in the middle, and she went a little bit turned on down line at the last second.
Now you get a great look here at Chrissy Pratt. The deadly jump serve, puts it across the net. Left side attack, buried down nicely by Brooke Pfeiffer of Lake Erie.
And you're right, that was a great hit. The Cedarville block was not ready. It was not in place just yet because they had a very quick set and a quick kill. And so we're at a 6-5 Cedarville lead.
Junior setter Alexis Thomas out of Cincinnati now serving for Lake Erie. 13 aces thus far this season. Here is Bray. Outside attack to Wilkerson. A little tip shot. Just finds space on the other side of the 10-foot line for the point.
Wilkerson read that well. She goes up as if she was going to hit across court. At the last second, she tipped it over. The defense was not prepared for it. Kill Cedarville.
Quick attack in the middle. One-handed diving attempt by Pratt. Cannot get the ball. It'll go back to Lake Erie.
And again, Lake Erie's going to keep pounding and sending it to different defensive players, trying to find the spot that will be most effective. And as long as they're doing that, they're mixing up Cedarville's setup. But both teams will adjust quickly, I'm sure.
Get a good look there at Brooke Pfeiffer serving, a sophomore out of Lansing, Michigan. Bray backside it, set to Wilkerson, and she goes down line for a big kill by the junior.
Look at how high Wilkerson was able to get up on the ball. She sent it down line. Defense was set up for cross court. Smart play by Taylor.
Tema and Blattner return, replacing Ferris and Bray, and Sierra will go to serve on the back line. 96% thus far on the season with 10 aces from the back line. 8-6 Cedarville, middle attack. Foust gets it. Pratt tried to keep it alive, and a diving Tema could not get to it. Point back to Lake Erie.
You notice Cedarville did a triple block on that last play, and you just saw Sierra making a great effort trying to get to the ball.
Lavera, Sydney Fletcher on the serve. Tema at the net. Outside attack from Olsen. Deflected out of bounds off the back wall of the court, and it's a point for the Lady Jackets off the big kill from Gabi.
You saw right there on the replay how Gabi was off from the center, so she got away from her block, sent it a little bit deep, but it was so effective. Nice swing.
Woodard serving, barely gets it across the net. Little roll shot from the right side. There's the dig by Tema. Back set from Foust. This is Pratt. Goes back corner and finds the space on the floor.
And again, Chrissy played such a smart move right there. She was up right here. You'll see she goes cross court, but she goes deep because that back hole was wide open. She hit it.
Largest lead of set one, 10-7. Here's a buried shot by Gabby Olson. That was there for the taking, and she puts it down.
Again, you do not pass the ball over. Gabby's right there. Look at that quick arm swing that Gabi was able to use.
Here comes the set from Thomas. Left side attack by the big, powerful Bethany Fisher for Lake Erie.
Again, just like we said, watch this right here. The block has got to get over and cover her. They're going to go to her as many times as they can as soon as the effective set is available, and our block has got to adjust to that.
That shot went right between the arms of Blattner and Olsen. Here's the serve from Lake Erie. A pass on the back line. Pratt. Olsen, little tip shot in the middle, put back in play by Lake Erie. Tema back to Gabi, and that ball is just off the back line for a point for the Storm.
However, the line judge on the left side of the court on Cedarville's corner called a touch on the side of Lake Erie, and so Cedarville gets the point, and they're back to serve.
12-8 Cedarville. Gabby Olson puts it across in play. Right side attack will be good by Bethany Fisher.
Lake Erie played that smart. They saw that Gabi was playing in the back row because she does have such an effective serve, but they also know they're going to test her skills on passing. Smart play on the Lake Erie side.
Serving for Lake Erie will be Morgan Briggs, a sophomore from Cadillac, Michigan. Foust, a nice pass to Tema. This is Pratt from the back line, kept in play at the net by Lake Erie. Another set by Sumac. There's Tema to keep it in play again. Now Blattner from the right side. Good volley right here between both teams. And a block put down by Willow and Blattner for the point for Cedarville.
And that block, as you see right here, that block came together, it was closed, and they were able to effectively send it straight down.
Lindsey Brae in to serve and take over setting duties. Here's a back pass on the back line from Fletcher, and that ball hits the antenna out of bounds. It'll be a point, Lady Jackets.
Right now Cedarville's got a little run going, which is bridging the gap between the two teams on the scoreboard, and that's exactly what they needed to do.
Another nice serve from Bray. Back set by the Storm. There's the pass from Woodard. Faith Ferris from the right side. Defended nicely by Lake Erie. A block on the left side by Pratt and Willow.
I am liking this freshman. Look at number 14. Look at how she's timed the block, no matter which side of the court it is sent. And boy, she's a good blocker.
6-point advantage in set number one. Nice set of the net. Willow drills it down, but a nice play on the back line by Fletcher of Lake Erie to keep that ball in play. Ferris ricochets off of Sumac and up into the rafters. Point Cedarville, and it's a 7-point lead.
And look at Faith. She looked through, was able to get through the block that was against her, and she was able to force it so hard that it ricocheted off the defense of Lake Erie's side.
Another serve coming from Lindsey Brae. Ferris, Pratt, and Willow across the front line. That one sails off the back line by several feet, giving a point back to the Storm. Here's the serve from Lexi Lombardo. Brae, slide attack from Faith Ferris for the kill.
What a nice slide attack. Lake Erie's defense hadn't seen that from Faith, and now they have. Look at how she turns her shoulder, sends the ball across court with an angle that the defense was not able to handle.
Chrissy Pratt comes on the jump serve, sends it across with some power. Left side attack, dig on the back line by Cedarville's Autumn Foust. Pratt from the back line, defended by Fletcher, battle at the net, kept in play, and a lift call called against Cedarville.
Nice net play. You'll see that's about all she could do. It kind of rolled up her arms as she dropped off the block trying to defend it. She did the best she could.
Brae, tough play to keep that ball alive, and Willow tried to go down line, but just out of bounds on the near side. Another point for Lake Erie.
And you'll see Willow go up right here on the, decide to go down line, but she didn't know how close she was on the edge, misjudged that a bit, and went out of bounds.
This will be Foust from the back line. Sends it deep, kept in play by Lake Erie. A big hit from the middle by Courtney Rosebrook for the kill.
And Lake Erie is not going away. Cedarville might have a little run, but Lake Erie is not going to let that affect them. They're fighting hard.
3 straight points by the Storm. Back row attack from Chrissy Pratt. Great hustle there by Lake Erie, kept in play across the net. Here comes Foust outside to Ferris. Right side attack blocked at the net by Wilkerson and Willow of Cedarville.
And actually, the official blew his whistle before that block and called a double hit. But this crowd's so loud you can hardly hear the whistle. But it's still, either way, it results in a point for Cedarville.
Foust on the serve. Slide attack put down nicely by Courtney Rosebrook for the point for Lake Erie.
You see right here, Lake Erie was able to confuse the Cedarville block. Gabby thought it was going the other way, so he had a single block, and so Lake Erie was able to capitalize on that and get that point.
Brooke Pfeiffer serving. Brae, right side attack to Wilkerson, partially deflected at the net and in for the kill for Cedarville.
And look at Wilkerson get up, sends it deep, keeps it in bounds, gets the kill.
Freshman Sierra Skidema on the serve out of Grant, Michigan. That one's going to be floating and just off the back line, out of bounds. Point for Lake Erie.
I looked really close from way up here, but you've got a line judge that's right there, and he's down looking at that line, and so I'm sure he made the right call.
Senior libero Sydney Fletcher on the serve for the Storm. Here comes the pass from Wilkerson. Slide attack to Blattner for the kill.
And right now, Cedarville's doing a good job of mixing up the sets, going to different hitters. The hitters are all ready, and they're effectively getting the kills one by one, each player in the front row.
Wilkerson on the serve. Here's the set at the net, right side attack. Kept in play by Foust, deflected off to her right. Pratt puts it across, and now the Storm are on a scramble. Here comes the pass from Foust. Back set to Blattner. One-hand attempt by Pfeiffer, can't keep it in play. 21-14 Cedarville.
I like how this team is communicating. I like the way that they're acknowledging one another and giving credit where credit is due, and that's just keeping the energy going.
Floater serve by Wilkerson, kept in play. Left side attack by Fisher, cannot be handled by Cedarville.
Right here you'll see the block goes up. It comes off the tip, stays on Cedarville's side, and you'll see right there Chrissy Pratt reacted to it but couldn't quite get it, keep it in play.
Foust on the pass to the hands of Skidema. Olsen from the middle and puts it down at the 10-foot line.
That was awesome. Look right here. Watch as Abby goes up, and with that quick whip swing, she is sending it straight down. Love that kill.
6'4" senior to the back line to serve after that big thundering kill. Here's a tip shot. Pratt one-handed, diving save by Skidema, and it's put across by Cedarville. Another diving save by Skidema. Gabi from the back line. Now a free ball put across to Lake Erie. Blocked at the net off the kill attempt from Lombardo. She'll try it again left side, and that will be good in front of Gabby Olson. Just in case you're wondering, if you're new to the sport of volleyball, college volleyball plays to 25 points, the best of 5 sets. Must win by 2 points. If it goes to 5 sets, they play to 15 points. 22-16 Cedarville. Willow partially deflected at the net, kept in play by Lake Erie. That one does not cross the net. 23-16 Cedarville, just 2 points away from victory in set 1. Lindsey Brae on the serve. Here's the pass to setter Thomas. Left side attack. Dug on the back line by Wilkerson, who had to go down to her knees. Now Pratt from the left side. Middle attack by Lombardo. Blocked at the net by Willow. And a big thundering hit from the near side by Brooke Pfeiffer for the kill for Lake Erie.
You'll see right here how high Brooke gets, and that again, she has that nice quick release and gets it past the Cedarville block and gets the point on that side, and we have a 23-17 set going on right now. You just see that both teams are just giving it all they've got. They're all working quick. This has been a very fast-paced set so far, and both teams are doing all they can to keep the volley going. They're diving on the floor. They're mixing it up. The blocks is really what's making the difference here. And if a block is set, that side seems to get it. And if the block isn't, it's getting through on both sides. And so what a great match we are watching.
Coach Kevin Foman, his team down by 6 points. Cedarville just 2 points away from victory in set one. Took the first of his 2 timeouts, and you had a good look there at the packed student section here in the Callan Athletic Center. And they took the time there during that break to do the wave, led by number 1 Cedarville fan Vinny. Lexi Lombardo to serve for Lake Erie, trailing by 6. Brae sends it outside to Pratt, has to just get it over the net with one arm. A diving save by Brae, put across, I believe that was Willow.
And Willow just has court presence. You'll see right here that she is following the ball well. I love the way that ball was able to come up. What a great play. And Willow reacted to it and kept it in bounds. That was amazing.
Set point, it's Pratt with the jump serve. Sends it across. Left side kill is good by Brooke Pfeiffer of Lake Erie.
I'm impressed by the force of Brooke on the Lake Erie side. She's an effective tool, and she's only a sophomore.
Second on the team in kills coming into tonight's match is Pfeiffer, but as the play continues, Lauren Willow will get credited for the kill as the ball dropped on the other side of the net, and the Lady Jackets will take victory here in set number 1, 25-18 over Lake Erie College.
Well, like I said earlier, both teams have done a high level of play. Both teams are playing with lots of energy. Both teams are hustling, and it's a quick pace set. And so it'll be fun to see if they can maintain this level of excitement. The other thing is I really like the way that the teams are acknowledging one another, but I'm really seeing that on the Cedarville side where they're acknowledging that good pass, they're acknowledging that good set, they're feeding off of each other, and when they acknowledge each other, that builds each other up, and that keeps that energy level going. I'm very impressed with the Cedarville freshman Lauren Willow. She has stepped up to the plate. She's playing at a high level as a freshman, and she doesn't be intimidated at all going to this level. I also love the way that the Lake Erie has mixed it up a little bit. Even with a triple block on them, they're being very effective in getting through it. And we've played that several times from the Cedarville side with that triple block. But so far, Lake Erie's seeing through it and being able to do what they need to do to get it done.
Well, it was an exciting first set. The Lady Jackets taking it 25-18. We got some Holiday Inn replay package here for you, some highlights of set 1.
And you're seeing an awful lot of highlights that just shows you the effectiveness of a block. It's showing you the intensity of this game. Look at how the hard, quick swings. Look at that nice bring it back and pull it down. And that's exactly what you're taught from the junior high level up. And we're seeing it very effective at the collegiate level tonight.
Some great action there from set number 1 as we look quickly at just a couple of the stat leaders for Lake Erie. Bethany Fisher leading the way with 5 kills, 10 assists from their setter Alexis Thomas for the Lady Jackets, 5 kills from their big middle hitter Gabby Olson, 4 kills coming from Taylor Wilkerson and Lauren Willow, 8 assists from Sierra Skydema And on the front line, Lady Jackets with 3 blocks, and the Storm have yet to block Cedarville's front line.
And that's exactly the difference on the two sides. If there's one major difference, it's been the block. Cedarville's block has been, for the most part, it's been there, it's been solid, it's been effective, and Lake Erie's still trying to get an effective block together to go against Cedarville. I'm wondering if the Lake Erie team has walked into this environment, they've seen the energy level of this huge crowd, and if that's just a little bit nerve-wracking, for lack of a better word, and I'm sure that their coach is letting them calm down. We're right in this. Let's go. Get over that. And because at the end of that set, you saw them playing at a higher level. And so I think they've made a couple adjustments, and it'll be interesting to see how these two teams come out for the second set.
Teams have switched sides of the court. Lady Jackets on the right, the Storm on the left. Cedarville will start out with Olsen, Blattner on the front line. Tema will be setting. Wilkerson, Pratt, and Foust on the back line.
And you're watching that wonderful Cedarville yellow jacket flag in front of the crowd, getting them and keeping them enthusiastic and a part of this match. And so kudos to the Spirit Week that we're seeing before us.
All right, it'll be the Storm serving to start set number 2. Alexis Thomas puts it across the net. Here comes the pass and the set from Tema. Wilkerson goes back line, but Thomas is there, and the Storm scramble. They keep it in play. Four-hit attempt by Lake Erie. That ball did not clear the net, so the Lady Jackets take the first point of set 2. Abby Woodard to serve. Here comes the set from Thomas. A diving save there by Foust of Cedarville. There's a block attempt at the net by Olsen, and Blattner cannot contain it. It'll be a point for Lake Erie.
That block rolled right in front of the blockers, which means that their arms had too much give. They've got to stiffen that up.
Morgan Briggs to serve for Lake Erie. There's the pass from Pratt to Tema. Out of the middle, it's Olsen. Blocked at the net by Lombardo. And there's a kill on the right side through the double block attempt of the Storm. Give credit to Brooke Blattner.
Brooke did a nice job of tooling that block and very effectively got it to roll out of bounds.
Gabby Olson serve. Goes cross court. Far side attempt. Kill by Pfeiffer, gets it to go down.
And again, Lake Erie has got quite the hit going on that's causing the block not to be able to be stiff-armed, and so it's got a little bit too much give, and it's rolling right in front of our blockers.
High floating serve by Lombardo, passed beautifully up to the front line by Foust. And Chrissy Pratt will get the kill off the block attempt of Lake Erie.
I like the way that Chrissy Pratt can be behind the 10-foot line and still be able to come in and do a real effective hit, even in the middle when she's usually on the outside.
Lindsey Brae to serve. Thomas back set, right side attack coming from Courtney Rosebrook, and it's blocked at the net.
That time the block was stiff. There was no roll down that time.
Tough pass right there by the Storm. Defended nicely by Autumn Foust. Here's Pratt from the left side going deep corner. Just too much on that kill. It goes out of bounds, point Lake Erie. Foust from the back corner. She'll pass it up near side to Pratt. Again, tries to go cross corner, but is dug there by Fletcher. That ball going down line, called out of bounds by the line judge. It'll be a point, Cedarville.
I like the way that Autumn got all the way over to the line, so she was sure and knew for sure it was going out and called it out, which she was accurate. It's what you want your defense to do. Go to the line.
Chrissy Pratt delivers the jump serve off the top of the net. Kept alive in the back line by the Storm. Pratt with the dig. It goes high up off the rafters and comes crashing down. That'll be a point for Lake Erie. Now serving for Lake Erie, Brooke Pfeiffer. 4 kills on the evening. Here's the set from from Bray, and the kill from classmate Lauren Willow.
I like the way Lauren, right here you'll see how she turns her shoulder at the last minute, fools the block, and able to go cross court at a sharp angle. Well done by the freshman.
Another freshman, Autumn Foust, delivers the serve. Thomas goes cross court to Fisher. Out of bounds, point Cedarville.
Lake Erie was looking at going down line. They thought they could work the defense that way, but it went out of bounds.
Another serve by Foust. Fisher blocked at the net. Nicely done, I believe, mostly from Gabby Olson.
I think you're right. You'll see right here the block is there, but I think it was all Gabi off of her left hand as it ricocheted down.
Ferris there to help give moral support. Here comes another serve by Foust. Outside to Fisher, little tip shot. There's Wilkerson on the floor to keep it alive. Ferris tried to put it down, defended by the Storm. Little tip shot going deep corner, out of bounds by Rosebrook, point Cedarville.
And you saw Chrissy scooting over there trying to make sure that it goes out of bounds, and she wasn't quite sure. She thought it was out of bounds. She quickly looked at the line judge. The flag went up. You saw a smile on her face.
4 straight points by Cedarville. There's a tough shot at the net, goes sailing out of bounds off the middle attack from Rosebrook. Foust on the serve. Here comes the set from Thomas. Again, Fisher from that left side, partially blocked there by Ferris and Olsen. A battle at the net, kept in play. Ferris goes up and goes right over the top of Fisher for the point.
And Faith Ferris was playing that well. She followed it. You'll see right there. She was able to get their hands on it as it came over the net. And defense on Lake Erie side wasn't prepared for it to come back so quickly.
Coach Kevin Foman takes the first of 2 timeouts here in set number 2. His team trailing 11-4. 6 straight points put up on the board by Cedarville here to take that 7-point lead. Get a good look at the huddle there, gathered around Coach Doug Walters, the Lady Jackets, and a great look from our perspective across at the jam-packed student section here tonight watching this home opener.
And Cedarville has to be prepared for Lake Erie to come out of here with some adjustments. They are scrappy players. They are not. You saw that in the first set, and you're seeing that again in the second set. Balls that normally would go down keep coming back up. They're not afraid at the net. They're not afraid of getting that down on the floor and diving for balls. And so they're a very scrappy little team. And so they're going to come out fired up to get their game going. And Cedarville needs to not let up.
As we mentioned, the Storm, they're 4-0 in the East Division of the GMAC. All 4 of their victories have come in 3-0 straight sets over Davis and Elkins, Aldous and Broadus, Ohio Valley, and Ursuline. And they were picked to finish first in their division by the preseason coaches poll. Lady Jackets picked to finish second behind Findlay in their West Division. But we're back to the action. Here comes Fisher from the left side, and she'll crank it down in front of Lindsey Brae for the point.
And again, we said this before this match even started. The go-to person for the Lake Erie Storm is number 7, Bethany Fisher. That's exactly what they did. They came out, got it in her hands, she sent it down, and that's exactly what the timeout was for, to get the momentum going on Lake Erie's side.
Brae back set. This is Wilkerson from the right side. Nicely blocked at the net by Lake Erie. Wilkerson again tries it, and the Storm cannot keep it in play. Nice effort there, but it will be a point off the kill from Taylor Wilkerson.
And on that, you saw that Wilkerson saw that that the block was exactly the way it was the play before. She adjusted it and tooled it off, the right side of the block, which was able to make it ricochet out of bounds and not able to defend it. And that's exactly what you want to see happen. Smart play by Wilkerson.
Brae Ferris out for Cedarville. Blattner and Scrappy back in for the Lady Jackets. There's a double block on the right side. Blattner just into the contest here in the set, and Gabby Olson get credited for the block.
And again, just like in the first set, right there, you saw it again on the replay. Cedarville's block has been an effective tool in this match.
Scrappy, another serve, sends it across. Here's the set from Thomas. Lombardo deflected at the net, finds the back corner for the point for the Storm.
Just like we said, the Storm doesn't go away. They play scrappy, just like we see on this instant replay. They're not afraid of the block. They're going to try to work with the block. And another effective point for the Storm.
That shot went right over 6'4" Gabby Olson's arms. Blattner on the slide attack just in front of a diving Lake Erie Storm defender, and it's a point Cedarville.
It's one of my favorite plays in volleyball, is that slide attack.
Abby Woodard into serve. Junior, Camden, Ohio. Here it comes across the net. Goes right after Lombardo. Lombardo faked it on the middle attack and a block off the kill from Bethany Fisher by Cedarville. Olsen and Pratt on the left side for that double block. Woodard again with the serve. This is Thomas at the 10-foot line. Outside attack kept in play by Blattner. Scrappy at the net to Pratt. Pushes it through the double block of Fisher and Lombardo for the point.
And watch Chrissy right here. She sees that's way outside. She can't really get her full swing in, so she tips it and tools the block. And that's what you want to do when you're caught in that situation.
Little attack from Lombardo will be good. Nice set there from Alexi Thomas, excuse me. This will be Morgan Briggs delivering the serve across the net. Her team down 16-7 in set number 2 here this evening. Here comes the set from Scrappy. Pratt off the top of the block of Lake Erie. Little tip shot in the middle by Lombardo will find space in the deep corner.
And Lombardo said we can do that too. That's exactly what we saw Chrissy do. You see how she goes up like she's going to swing, but tips it at the last minute, just pushes it over, finds that deep corner.
Foust on the pass to Scrappy. Quick attack in the middle, but it's dug on the back line by Thomas of Lake Erie. And a little roll shot from the far side by Pfeiffer goes through the block of Cedarville.
Right here you'll see the block was not quite where it needed to be, and it wasn't closed, and so that little roll shot was very effective.
Blattner and Gabby Olson on that block attempt, and right back at you, Gabby Olson on that slide kill for the point Cedarville.
I just like the way that Gabby's able to do a quick arm swing, as you saw in that replay. She's very effective, and she turns her shoulders at the last second as well, and so it confuses the block often. She's just a great offensive tool at the net, and we're so glad that she transferred to Cedarville a couple years ago, and that we have her to be on our side.
Coach Kevin Foman takes his second and final timeout, his team trailing 17-9, and we have been given the official attendance here this evening in the Callan Athletic Center here at Cedarville. 1,255 fans have packed the building. That does set the all-time attendance record, which was previously 2 years ago against Indianapolis here at the home opener of 1176. 1,255 crazy Yellow Jacket volleyball fans here tonight, and it's just been thus far a great night.
And what a tribute to this team that the student body came out to support them and get them started on their home season opener on the right track. And so a big thank you and appreciation to these fans, and maybe just a shout out, keep it coming. Don't let it just be tonight, but support this team. You see how fun it is, you see how it brings energy to this court, and congratulations on breaking the record and I hope it breaks some kind of NCAA Division II record. Who knows? We'll see.
And Gabby Olson off the timeout puts across an ace that went right through the arms of Fletcher Sydney Fletcher, on the back line of Lake Erie. 18-9 Cedarville. Olson will try it again. That one just barely cleared the net. Lombardo, a little one-hand push shot dug by Olsen, and a big block there against the kill attempt of Willow for the point, Lake Erie.
And Gabi had a really nice pass right in the hands of the setter, so kudos to her. That was a great pass.
Lexi Lombardo will serve for Lake Erie. Floater across. There's Foust on the pass to Tema. Out of the back row is Pratt, and a nice attempt, but Alexis Thomas cannot keep it in play. Give Chrissy a big kill. Her fifth of the match.
Here's a senior. I love how she has such a quick arm swing from 10 feet back, a little bit off the net. Lots of hitters have to have it right close to the net, but not Chrissy Pratt. I love how she's able to be effective that far off the net.
Lindsey Brae, the freshman from Louisville, Kentucky, serving for Cedarville. Left side attack goes off the block of Willow and Ferris and hits the antenna. That'll be a point for the Storm.
And you'll see on this replay how it does hit the antenna, and obviously then that means it's out of bounds and gives a point to Lake Erie Storm.
Here comes a serve from Crystal Kordowski, a junior from Dexter, Michigan. Brae, near side attack on the set to Chrissy Pratt, and Chrissy gets another kill.
And Chrissy's been able to find that sweet spot between two defenders, and so she's kind of confusing their back row players, and so they're both just kind of lunging at it, not knowing is that going to be you or me, because it's right in between in the sweet spot. Well done, Chrissy.
Chrissy Pratt puts the ball high in the air and sends it in play on the jump serve, and a big kill from the right side from Courtney Rosebook on the slide attack.
And this is it, and you'll see this again right here. What a nice attack that you have on the Storm side, and again, they're scrappy player. They're not giving up. They're not going to quit. They're playing at a high level and giving it all they got.
Pfeiffer on the serve. Pratt will send it near side. Wilkerson, little roll shot, goes cross court. Dug on the back line by Fletcher. And Pratt and Foust both diving for that ball. Can't keep it in play. Point for Lake Erie. Another serve across by Pfeiffer. Foust had some trouble with it. Now Wilkerson tries to make something happen. She falls into the stands down below us and kept it in play. Now Pratt, a high save. Foust, this is a free ball put across by Ferris. Foust was there for the dig. Wilkerson, cross court, dug by Lake Erie. Fisher blocked, but it's out of bounds. Willow and Ferris were there, but just did not keep it in play.
Well timed, well played. You'll see the block go up. It was almost there, but it did go out of bounds. And so Lake Erie gets another point, 20-14.
Wilkerson will try it again. Goes right through the block in front of her and gets the point.
And that's what I like. You go back to that person and let them try again, get their effective game going. It says, I trust you, do it now. And Wilkerson came through and certainly did. 21-14, just 4 points away are the Lady Jackets from taking a 2-0 lead, and Bethany Fisher's going to try and slow down that train with a kill from the left side, 21-15. And here we go, the go-to person. You'll see her get up and send it between in that empty spot of the Cedarville defense.
Fisher now a match-high 10 kills here thus far in the contest. Jump serve put across on the floater by Fletcher. Overpass, and that'll be put down easily by Lombardo of Lake Erie.
And anytime you have an overpass, that, like you see right here, that overpass just clearing the net, your middle hitter's going to jump up and send it down. Hard to defend that.
Sydney Fletcher on the serve, one of two seniors on the roster for Lake Erie. This is Wilkerson again from the right side, and she puts that ball down cross court inside the 10-foot line. That is tough to do, Coach Clark.
It certainly is. Watch it again. Here's Wilkerson at the last second, turns that shoulder, turns the angle, gets it away from the block. Smart play. Very smart play.
22-16, Tema into serve. Wilkerson, Blattner, and Olsen on the front line for the Lady Jackets. Thomas to Lombardo, partially blocked at the net. A diving save there by Scrappy. Here come the Storm. They'll try it again. Foust saves it. Little tip shot by Olsen, kept in play by Lake Erie. This is Fisher from the left side. Foust on the dig. Now Autumn has to come and keep it in play. Fisher again, deflected at the net. Foust another dig. This is Wilkerson, puts it down. And it'll be deflected and ricocheting on the Lake Erie side, 23-16.
That was a great play. There was a lot of non-conventional plays going on. You'll see it again here on the replay. Watch defense. Look at the libero Autumn, and finally goes down with a scramble right here that sends it out of bounds. Cedarville's point. Well done.
Put across beautifully on the little decoy play by the setter, Alexis Thomas, for the point for Lake Erie.
But a nice scrappy volley on both sides of the court that last play.
Autumn Foust doing the housekeeping with cleaning up a little bit of perspiration and moisture on the floor. 8 digs thus far for the freshman libero out of Texas. Here comes the serve from the back line by Alexis Thomas. Tough pass right there, an easy put down by Lombardo of Lake Erie.
And I like how Autumn immediately went over to her center, said, "That's on me, bad pass, I'll take that responsibility," and I guarantee she's going to get the next one up.
Wilkerson to her knees on the pass to Scrappy, and miscommunication with Scrappy and Blattner. Another point right there for Lake Erie. 3 straight points put on the board by the Storm to make it a little bit interesting here in set number 2. Lady Jackets just 2 points away from a commanding 2-0 lead, but Coach Walters sensing a little momentum shift. He'll take the first of his 2 timeouts.
That's exactly what you want to do as a coach. When you see a little bit of a run, you don't want to let it keep going too long, and so you take that timeout to kind of kill that momentum. But just like we've said from the get-go, the Lake Erie Storm is not going to give up. They are a scrappy team. They are scrambling, and they're keeping good volleys going at a very high level. And if I were Coach Walters, I'd be saying that most likely they're going to their go-to person, which is number 7, senior Bethany Fisher. And so I would anticipate that. I'd be ready to block her. I'm sure that they are. And we'll see what happens as they come out back on the court. Right here you see a little replay of that last play. Oh, the play before that. Okay, not a problem, but look at that block. Cedarville's block's going to stay that stiff for the rest of this set.
$23-19 is our score here in set number 2. Glad you can join us here this evening on the Great Midwest Digital Network and Stretch Internet, coming to you from the campus of Cedarville and the Callan Athletic Center. There's Foust on the pass to Scrappy. Back row attack to Wilkerson, but there's the double block by Lombardo and Fisher. They were waiting for Taylor for that one.
Yes, they were. And they played that well. Their block was set, and the defense was not behind the Cedarville hitter to help with that block. And so now we've got a 23-20 score.
Lake Erie trying to work their way back into this. There's a high floating serve by Thomas. Scrappy, middle attack coming from Wilkerson, deflected at the net off the block of Lombardo and Fisher, and Sydney Fletcher could not get to it.
And you'll see right here on the replay how it tools off the fingertips of the Lake Erie block, which causes the deflection off of the defense that's set up behind it.
Set point, 24-20. Abby Woodard with the serving responsibilities. There is Lombardo from the left side, and it's brought down by Blattner and Olsen to seal the deal in set number 2 for point number 25, and the Lady Jackets take it by a final score of 25-20 after defeating the Storm 25-18 in set number 1.
And Lake Erie Storm was down quite a bit in that match. I'm not sure. I don't have it in front of me. I think you do, but they were down by 5-6 points, and they did not give up at all, and they just kept creeping back, and they made that a very interesting finish. And that was a well-played, lots of good volleys in that second set, but Cedarville was able to hold on and finish it. They clicked off the last couple points there to make it a 25-23 win. So Lake Erie's got to make some adjustments. They've got to make sure that they are setting their defense up around the block. They're getting blocked a little too much. They're going to have to change some angles. They need to look at the defense of Cedarville and try to find some holes. On the other hand, you'll see that Cedarville is finding some holes, and they're hitting really hard so that there's doing some ricocheting that you don't normally see in a defense. And so it'll be interesting to see what comes out for set number 3.
Largest lead of that set for Cedarville was at 20-11, 9 points. They had it at 9 points a couple other times, but the Storm battled back and just not quite enough to get it, losing 25-20. We were going to take a break here between sets number 2 and 3, as we often do, often give you an opportunity. Send us an email if you're out there watching, whether you're a Storm fan or a Yellow Jacket fan. sportsinfo@cedarville.edu. sportsinfo@cedarville.edu is the email address. We would love to hear from you with your comments and suggestions. But we are going to take about a 5-minute break. We have some information for you when we come back, as well as some highlights from sets number 1 and 2. But we are going to take a break. You're watching Great Midwest Digital Network action here on Stretch Internet, Lady Jackets and Lake Erie.
Spent maybe the best 4 years of my life there, and still brag about it today more than a decade later. I was lifelong impacted, and yet explaining that, something so important to me, it's impossible without experiencing it. I remember walks to class. There were more smiles and high fives than a Macy's Day Parade. The heart of this place created that, an intense bond. Hard to grasp without experiencing it. You could leave a $20 bill sitting on a notebook in the middle of any hall for an entire day and nobody would ever touch it. The heart of this place created that. The campus is intense, contemporary, advanced, unmatched, and unmatched my professors as well. I remember laughs, cries, even dinners with professors, and one got me the job I have today. I graduated from here with a degree that set me apart in the real world. But mostly, it made me want to love Jesus more, the most important thing in my life. How is Cedarville University so different? Experience it for yourself. Visit cedarville.edu.
And we're back with you here from the Callan Athletic Center. The Lady Jackets with a 2-0 lead over Lake Erie. Jim and Teresa Clark with you here tonight, and we've got some Holiday Inn Fairborn replay highlights from that exciting set number 2.
Again, you're going to just see an awful lot of solid blocks, good hits, both sides of the net. You're going to see, again, look at how solid that block is, the angles of the hits. Cedarville's been able to do a real adjustment to looking at defense and hitting it where they are not. A triple block right there forced Lake Erie to send it out of bounds, trying to get over the block. And again, you're seeing Cedarville ready to come when the quick ball comes over. They were at the net, ready to go. Here you see Lake Erie, again, getting up, and the block was right there, and down it went. Gabby Olson in action. Both teams are playing at a high level. Cedarville's just dominating a lot at the net, especially when it comes to blocking. Cedarville had 8 blocks in that second set. Very effective tool, and that made the difference in that set.
Well, we did hear from faithful viewer Mike Wilkerson, Taylor Wilkerson's dad up there in Wisconsin, watching our live video stream here this evening. Taylor's mom, Chrissy, is here in the building watching live, but we appreciate him letting us know he's out there, and he is one of our most faithful and loyal fans. We appreciate the Wilkerson family so much. Leading the way here tonight in kills, Bethany Fisher of Lake Erie with 10 through sets number 1 and 2, 22 assists from Alexis Thomas, and 7 digs from Sydney Fletcher for the Lady Jackets. 9 kills from the junior Taylor Wilkerson on the evening. 16 assists from Sierra Skydema, 13 from Lindsey Brae, and on the back line, Autumn Foust, the freshman libero, with 8 digs.
And Coach Walters and I talked a little bit this afternoon about this big crowd and this big stage and this big energy, and wondering how the 4th freshmen that are constantly in the mix for the Cedarville lineup this year, and just wondering how they would react to it. They could either be intimidated by it or a little bit nervous about it, or they could embrace it and play with it. And I'm pretty convinced they've embraced it and they're playing with it, because his 4 freshmen are performing at a high level.
All right, set number 3 ready to get underway. It'll be Skydema on the serve. Tough play for Lake Erie to handle it, but they get it across to Foust. Here's Olsen in the middle, goes deep corner, and good for the point in front of line judge Steve Winey.
And I love when a hitter can find that deep corner and keep it in bounds. Look at Gabi get up. She sends it over defense, hits in that back corner.
Again, Skydema on the back line on the serve. Here comes the set from Thomas. Right side attack, put over the block, and a diving dig by Foust. This is Pratt with a diving attempt, but it sails out of bounds on the far sideline. We're tied at 1.
And right there, Chrissy gave all she could. She dived towards the ball, but that's about as all you can do is get your hands on the ball. It went out of bounds.
Sydney Fletcher serving for Lake Erie. Skydema has to go get that pass, and this is Olsen on a big kill attempt, but it's passed up by the Storm. A little push shot at the middle of the net by Lombardo. Wilkerson from the left side, kept in play by Lake Erie. Deep shot goes way out of bounds. Brooke Pfeiffer can't keep it in play. Point Cedarville.
And you'll see that Lake Erie was trying to get over the block, which they should do, and the block was right in their face, but by going over the block, they went too deep and it went out of bounds.
Abby Woodard into serve, replacing Wilkerson. There's the set from Thomas. A little push shot across by Pfeiffer, kept in play. Point Cedarville.
And you don't see that every day, where a ball is sent and it goes straight up and it hits the scoreboard on the Lake Erie side, but comes down on the Cedarville side.
Give Abby Woodard an ace serve, as the Storm cannot handle that attempt across the net. Four to 1 Cedarville's lead here early in set number 3, leading the match 2-0.
And I'm looking at Abby, our little server here, and I see that she's a junior, and I just can't believe that she's a junior already. Seems like she just got here.
Woodard back, had some injury issues last season. That serve attempt goes smack dab in the middle of the net. Point for Lake Erie. Hallie Sumac in to serve for Coach Kevin Foman. And the Storm, high floater. Pratt goes down low to get it. An easy put down. I believe that was Lombardo in the middle of the net. The middle hitter, 6 foot middle hitter sophomore.
She was able to get up and just do a little push down, and it went straight down to the floor. And so, that, again, that's hard to defend, and it gives us a 4-3 set score.
Another serve coming from Sumac. Tough pass right there by Autumn Foust. This is Pratt from the left side. Gross cross court, defended and passed up by the Storm. There's a roll shot, but Woodard sends it right to Skidema. Chrissy Pratt from up high on the left side for the kill.
And I love how Chrissy, as soon as she got up, and you'll see right here, perfect set. She was able to sky it and put it between 2 defenders, but immediately comes down, points to her setter and says, nice set, right on. I love that acknowledgement.
Olsen on the serve. Here comes the set from Sumac. Little right-hand push shot will be good by Lombardo in front of Gabby Olson for the point for Lake Erie. This is Pfeiffer serving for the Storm. Skidema on the middle attack from Pratt out of the back row and blocked right back down by Bethany Fisher of Lake Erie.
And again, you're going to see that Bethany times that well, able to block Chrissy and send it back down, and defense was not able to put it up. We have a tie score.
Skidema, outside attack to Pratt through the double block attempt of Sumac and Lombardo for the kill.
And so far, Chrissy's owning the court. Look at her skying, and she likes her sets a little off the net. She gets back far. She's able to get up. She has good hang time and effectively send it down again.
Pratt, Ferris, Willow on the front line. Lindsey, Brae on the serve for Cedarville. This is Fisher. Tries to go down line, back corner. Can't keep it in play. Point Lady Jackets.
It's actually a smart play. Back corner left. The back corner was wide open. A downline play was a smart play. Just sent it a little too forceful, and out it went.
Sumac back set. This is Lombardo. Nice save there by Foust. Little tip shot by Pratt, kept in play by the Storm. Now Fisher from the left side. Dug on the back line by Woodard. Pratt with the kill attempt. That will be a point as Fisher cannot keep it in play and alive.
Fisher did a nice job. You'll see right here, she tries to duck and get out from under it so somebody else could play it. She tried to get out of the way, but her team was not able to keep it in play.
Tough set and pass at the net, put across by Cedarville. This is Foust on the pass up to Brae. She'll try it again. Back set to Ferris, and will get a kill as she goes right after Sumac for the point.
And there really hasn't been a whole lot of opportunity for Cedarville to do a nice back set like you just saw, to send it to the right side hitter. But that time the pass was right in her hands, and it was effective kill for Brooke.
A serve by Lindsey Brae of Cedarville. The third of the night for the Lady Jackets, 10-5. They've put up 5 straight points on the board. Sumac, middle attack from Fisher, and it'll fall to the floor in front of a diving Autumn Foust.
And you saw Autumn try really hard to get down for her. Look at her right here. You'll see she tries to go down and get her hand under the ball. She almost was there. We call that a pancake. If you get your hand under the ball and it ricochets off the top of your hand, she just was maybe an inch away from being able to accomplish that, but it did hit the floor. That gives a point to the Storm. Score is 10-6.
Lexi Lombardo to serve. Sophomore, Olmsted Falls, Ohio is her home. She'll put it across, high floater. Foust delivers the pass to Brae. Back set to Chrissy Pratt, blocked at the net by Lake Erie. Willow from the far side, passed up on the back line by Lake Erie. This is Fisher from the left side. It'll be good through the block attempt of Willow and Ferris.
And you'll see right here, Willow was not able to get out and close that block, and so that gap in between, they took advantage of, and were able to get the point.
Lombardo serving, Foust to get it, passing again to Brae, back set to Pratt, off the block attempt of Lake Erie for the kill.
And that time the block, you'll see right here on the replay, that the block just got their fingertips on it, but that ricocheted the ball up and out of bounds, and defense was not able to get under it.
Chrissy Pratt now serving on the jump serve for the senior. That one's going to go about 8 feet off the back line for a point to Lake Erie. Alexis Thomas for serving for Lake Erie. This is Lindsey. Brae back set to Will. There's the Storm defense to keep it alive. Put across. Pratt on the pass. Willow again off the block attempt, and it's a nice save there by Lake Erie's defense, and it'll be a block point through the block. Bethany Fisher for the kill.
Bethany Fisher is a really nice, smart player. She's quick on the court. She reads the court well. She looks at defense, and she's just been very effective tonight.
Match high 13 kills for Bethany Fisher. Here's a kill from Wilkerson on the left side.
I love watching Taylor play. You'll see right there on that replay how she soars, how she has a little hesitation that often causes a block to get on the way down, and then she hits over them.
A double block is kept in play. Faith Ferris and Gabby Olson will get credit for that one.
And there you see that block effectively. That hit their arms, not their hands. That's how high up that block was by Gabby Olson.
Bottom for Foust on the serve. Back set by Thomas. This is Fisher on the far side. Just kind of clips it across the net. And Foust dives for it, but it sails out of bounds to the scores table. Point for the Storm.
And look how scrappy Autumn is playing, but look at the spin on that ball, and it just carried out of bounds. We have a 13-10 score.
Morgan Briggs serving. Foust on the pass. Brae on the set. Back set to Wilkerson. And the Storm come up with another nice defensive play, and they'll come right back with it. A middle attack by Courtney Rosebrook for the kill.
And we said all night long, this Lake Erie team is a scrappy little team. They are quick. They don't give up. They play hard, and they play through. And that's causing them to stay right in this set, 13-11.
Briggs prepares to serve it again. Another high floater to Foust. Brae outside. Olsen goes up. Blocked out of bounds on the right side by Lake Erie for the kill for Gabi.
And you're seeing on the replay right here how Gabi comes up, and she tools it on the block. At the last second, she turns her shoulders and able to effectively tool the block, and it sends it out of bounds, gives Cedarville another point.
Olsen now with 8 kills. Pratt with 10. Wilkerson with 10 to lead Cedarville's front line. This is Skidema to serve. Left side attack put across, kept in play, deflected there by Cedarville. Now a slide attack on the right side by Rosebrook, defended by Cedarville. This is Wilkerson, hammers it down, kept in play by the Storm. Pratt to Skidema to Olsen for the point.
And you'll see Gabi soaring, and then she comes off on the it went out of bounds, and so Lake Erie gets the point.
Wilkerson puts it across, kept in play by the Storm. Now Pratt up to Skidema. Olsen goes after it, put right back down by the Storm defense. Another nice volley by both squads right here. Foust, she'll set, back set to Wilkerson, goes up strong, kept in play by Lake Erie's back line. This is Pfeiffer, goes cross court but out of bounds, point Cedarville.
And Lake Erie saw the block, and you'll see right here how they saw the block set, and so they tried to go across court around the block, but they went too far and sent it out of bounds, which is very typical if you try to go around the block that intently. and it gives Cedarville the score, another point, leading the way 15-12.
Here comes Addie Woodard with the serve. Lombardo at the net, blocked right back down, but kept in play, and nice perseverance there to get the kill. That's Shannon Holsinger. Hasn't seen a lot of action, but she'll get the kill on that one.
Watch right here as they keep it in play. Nice play, and she just sends it away, angles it so that Cedarville's defense wasn't quite ready for it to come to them. And so, again, they're hanging right in there. It's 15-13.
Hallie Sumac with the serve. Skydema, she'll go outside to Pratt, puts it right down in front of the block attempt of Lake Erie.
And that time you saw that Chrissy Pratt was able to roll the hit right down the front of the block.
Solid serve right there by the senior Olsen. Here's a shot down line. Rays around the Cedarville defense, kept in play. It goes across the net. That'll be a kill off the right side attack for Lake Erie.
What a nice play right here. Cedarville was able to keep the ball in play. Unfortunately not able to finish. And so now we have a 16-14 score. Lake Erie is serving.
Passed up by Chrissy Pratt. This is Willow. Slide attack from the middle. Nice diving save by the Lake Erie defense. Now Foust. She'll back set to Pratt. And another great save by Fletcher of Lake Erie. Skydema. This is Brooke Blattner, blocked right back down, kept in play, and Foust is there to put it across. Fisher goes deep and finds the corner. 16-15, Cedarville's lead is just one. We'll see how much farther Coach Walters lets this one go. Pfeiffer to serve. Woodard to Willow, hammers it down, and a nice attempt there, but that was too much power there for Brooke Pfeiffer to handle. Give Lauren Willow the kill.
And look how quick, a nice quick set and a nice low quick set that was able to go towards the back of the defense. Just love that kind of hit coming out of the middle.
Sumac back set to Fisher. There's the front line, and I believe that's Willow mostly, maybe Pratt, maybe Ferris, but a big block of the net against Bethany Fisher of Lake Erie.
And you'll see a triple block. Faith was a little late getting over in that triple block, but a triple block that was effective and gives Cedarville an 18-15 edge.
Big ace serve there by Lindsey Brae, 19-15. Coach Kevin Foman has seen enough. He's going to have to take a timeout, his first of two, down 19-15, trailing 2-0 here to Cedarville.
And that's exactly what he needs to do. He needs to stop this momentum. Cedarville all of a sudden clicked off just a couple. His team has stayed right in there, and so he's giving them a play. And almost every time he's called a timeout, his team has come out and gotten a point. And so he's trying to use that tool as well.
Got some Holiday Inn replays for you here from recent action.
You see you'll see that nice swing by Chrissy. You're also going to see right here a great kill out the middle. Lake Erie coming in, and that's that quick low set that we talked about earlier. And if you can keep that in bounds, it's effective. Here's a great block. The ricochet stays inbounds and gives Cedarville that last point. And so well played, and we have a 19-15 set score in set number 3.
Now our number one fan across the way, student Vinny, got that Jackets cheer going big time and trying to close out the deal here in set number 3, 19-15. It will be Lindsey Brae to put the ball in play from the back line. Fletcher cannot handle the big serve there from the freshman Lindsey Brae. Give her an ace, 20-15, the lead is 5.
And you see that great serve that ricocheted out of bounds?
Tough pass at the net for Sumac, and a one-hand diving attempt by Woodard. Cannot control the ball. 20-16, Cedarville's lead is 4. This is Lombardo serving for Lake Erie. Passed up by Foust. Brae has to go track it down. Willow tries to make something out of it. Here comes the set from Sumac. Fisher blocked down by Willow and Ferris, and that's a huge double block on the right side.
That, like you said, is a huge block. You'll see it again right here. Look at that block go straight up, and it would hit their arms, not their hands, and they were able to send it straight down.
Four points away from victory. It'll be Chrissy Pratt putting the serve across the net. Sumac, back set, roll shot in the middle of that Cedarville defense. That'll be a point for Lake Erie.
And you'll see Lake Erie playing really smart. They see the hole in the middle of the court. They're going to test that hole, and defense was back on their heels, not able to get to it, and it gives them a point. The score's 21-17.
Alexis Thomas now serving for the Storm. Wilkerson on the pass. This is Brae, gives it right back to Taylor. Little one-hand push shot. Fletcher, one-hand attempt. It will not be kept in play. Point off the kill from Wilkerson, 22-17. Foust serving. Tough set there by Alexis Thomas, trying to go outside to Holsinger. Point Lady Jackets.
And Cedarville has gotten a couple points and gotten a little run going, has bridged the gap. The score's 23-17. Lake Erie needs to turn that around right now.
Foust another serve. Passed up to Thomas. Back set to Fisher, just off the back line by about a foot, and we are at match point, 24-17. This crowd is about ready to erupt.
And rightfully so. They've seen a great match from Cedarville. They've seen high-level play on both sides of the court.
Foust serving, kept in play by Holsinger. Passed up by Chrissy Pratt. Brae, Ferris, deep corner and in. And the Lady Jackets seal that deal, 25-17 off the kill from Faith Ferris. 25-17 to sweep Lake Erie here tonight in the home opener. Scores of 25-19, 25-20, and 25-17.
And you're seeing the replay of that last point, and kudos to the setter. Sierra was able to play that well. Sorry, that was not Sierra. That was Lindsey. And Lindsey was able to say, they're going to expect it to go to Gabi in the middle, so let me send it to the outside and let Brooke put it down. The block didn't adjust. Brooke was able to put it down. Faith Ferris was able to put it down, and get that last point. Amazing volleyball.
Well, the Lady Jackets now improved to 4-9, a very deceptive record coming into tonight's contest, playing some really tough teams the opening 2 weekends of the season, but more importantly now 3-1 in the West Division of the Great Midwest Athletic Conference, and the Storm will suffer their first conference loss, dropping now to 4-1 and 10-4 overall. And just looking quickly ahead, the Lady Jackets will take on Ursuline tomorrow.
And there, right now you're watching replay of the last four points, clicking it off. Here you go. You're going to see this one go right in that middle that we talked about, the middle defense, that's seeing that hole. And then that one went out of bounds. And I think we might be able to, there you go. There's some of the highlights of that third set. And right now you're looking at these two teams coming together on the court. You see them praying together, a tradition that we have at Cedarville with the players coming together, talking to one another, praying with each other at the end of the court. And that's exactly shows you what this volleyball program is all about, what Cedarville Athletics is all about. It is using their talents that God has given them to the best of their ability and sharing the Word of God with their opponents.
Well, the record crowd this evening, 1,255 packed in here tonight, and they're on their way out to get a free white T-shirt that they will wear on Whiteout Night coming up 1 week from tonight. So that looks forward to a great night. It'll be against Trevecca, GMAC rival, on Friday, September 29th. As we mentioned earlier, the Lady Jackets will take on Ursuline tomorrow. We'll have it for you here on the Great Midwest Digital Network and Stretch Internet at 1 o'clock against the Arrows. But as we, before we head out here this evening, we have been handed the official stats. And as we look at some of the highlights, first of all, for Lake Erie, 15 kills. We mentioned Bethany Fisher's name a lot. 15 kills to lead the way for the Storm. The only player in double figures, Brooke Pfeiffer, did have 9 kills. For Alexis Thomas, handing out 23 assists, 10 assists from Haley Sumac. And on the back line for Lake Erie, Sydney Fletcher, the Lavera, coming up with 15 digs. 3 blocks on this match for Lake Erie tonight. They hit 173.173 as an attack percentage for the match. For the Lady Jackets, 2 players in double figures, 11 each from Chrissie Pratt and Taylor Wilkerson, 8 from Gabby Olson to lead the way, 21 assists from Sierra Skydema, 19 from Lindsey Brae. And on the back line, defensively, freshman libero Autumn Foust with 10 digs. And on the front line, 11 blocks for Cedarville, led by Lauren Willow with 6, Gabby Olson with 5, and Chrissy Pratt with 4, as also Faith Ferris with 4 blocks. The Lady Jackets attack percentage of an impressive .384 to help them post the 3-set sweep here tonight over Lake Erie.
And we talked at the beginning, before this match started, that the key is going to be good defense, but also good blocking. And that's exactly what you saw. Cedarville was able to have a very effective block at the net, shut down the offense on Lake Erie's side. Lake Erie did not have a good answer for that, and so Cedarville was able to get this important conference match done in 3 sets. And that's a great way to start with a great crowd in front of you, and that is hopefully the beginning of a great roll through this conference schedule.
Well, we head out of here tonight. Just another quick comment. We heard from a friend of Autumn Foust from College Station, Texas, watching our video stream tonight. She just wanted to know that she's out there watching and supporting her friend Autumn Foust. We appreciate hearing from Shelby this evening. But tonight, a great production team here bringing you our live broadcast as well as those awesome replays. Our crew tonight, our director was student Kate Hartsock. Our producer is Professor Jim Kragel, technical director Sean Riffner, and 3 camera operators bringing you all those great pictures and replays. Parker Bradley, Alexandra McDonald, and Jonathan Whitaker doing great work. We hope you appreciate their fine efforts here this evening. But the Lady Jackets will get the home opener out and look forward to tomorrow, 1 o'clock. Ursuline will be the opponent here. We'll have it for you. The Lady Jackets win this evening's match 25-19, 25-20, 25-17 over Lake Erie here on opening night. That's going to do it here. Jim and Teresa Clark, thanks for watching Lady Jacket Volleyball here on the Great Midwest Digital Network and Stretch Internet.